Geminis, I'm trying to pull myself together because I was trying to flash y'all, and that wouldn't have been good if a booby popped out. So, not that kind of video. Not today. So anyway, Geminis, this is going to be your August reading to see what is going on in your love life. I always get curious with Geminis because when I do love readings for people, I swear to God, it's two different sides. Two different sides. I want to be in love. I don't want to be in love. I want the sex. I don't want the sex. Then I do want the sex and I want to make 15 babies. Then I make 15 babies and I don't want to take care of 15 babies. So Geminis, it sometimes I feel like it's a soap opera when I read love readings with you guys. But we're going to see what comes up for August. All right, Spirit, clear this deck. Tell me about August love for Geminis. Love is in the air. Let's see. Let's see, Geminis. Dun, 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 dun. Release your ex. New love. There we go. Some of y'all want to release the ex. Some of y'all want to go looking for new love. Some of y'all want the ex back because we get reconciliation, but you want to keep the new love too. But I guess it's always options, right? So let's see. Let's see where we're going. All righty. Geminis. All right, some of you are dealing with spiritual growth. You're dealing with things opening up. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought something fell. You're dealing with things opening up for you spiritually. And you could be dating somebody that may not be in agreement with your beliefs or with your growth, the direction that you're going, or vice versa. You could be dealing with somebody that does not think like you, and you're not really open to exploring it. Geminis are very intelligent people. Y'all get wet through intelligent conversations. So for some of you, if you're debating with somebody and there's no connection there, especially when it comes on the intellectual level, some of you, that's automatically a deal breaker. You can do pretty, but you can't do pretty or handsome with no brain. You just can't. So for some of you, it's almost like you're either having disagreements or there's just not a meeting of the minds with somebody that you're dealing with. And this could be a new love or this could be an old love. But for some of you, it's like, no, I tried. It's just not hitting it. Nope, not doing it. So for some of you, you're going to walk away from an ex because of differences of beliefs. This could be religious, political, sexual. It's just not a connection. So, and it's nothing that you can do. I feel for some of you, you've given it some time, and it's because they are an ex. This is not somebody that was fly by night. You know, it's like, oh, it's not changing. I'm not getting what I need out of this. I'm not being sustained by this relationship, so I'm going to walk away. For some of you, you're meeting with new people, and I feel like on the dates, just through the conversation, some of you are like, hell to the no. Nope, 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 nope. Don't fit in my lifestyle. Nope, don't go with it. Some of y'all are cutting people. Some of y'all are cutting people, and it has to do with them not being on your level. Are you feeling like they're not on your level? Now, for some of you, you've been really, really cautious about love because you've been traumatized. So you want to move forward with people, but you're really battling this strong thing of, is it safe? Can I be vulnerable with this person? You know, I want to be in love. I want to be with a true love, but I don't know if I can open up with this person. And some of you got burned in the past, and it could have been last week, last month, 5 years ago. Some of you are still really a little bit worried about, you know, is it okay for me to love again? Because even though you come off a little hard sometimes through love, some of y'all are really romantics. And you just want to make sure that if you put yourself out there, put your feelings out there, that there's a connection. So I do see some of you are hopeless romantics that want to be in love. You just want to be sure that it's safe. And I completely get that. Now I feel for some of you, you are going to meet somebody where there's amazing chemistry. Amazing chemistry, and you feel like this is a true love type of person. Make sure you don't go in 100% too quick, because I feel like there's still some stuff that needs to be seen or learned about this person. And then I feel like this person is looking at you too. Even though the chemistry is strong, could start off as a lustful type of situation where, you get a little moist, or, you get a little hard, and then you're thinking, those two things are working for me. Let's proceed. But for some of you, there really is no connection other than that. You may want to have sex with a person, but then you realize through conversation or spending time with somebody that it may not grow to the level that you want it to grow. So take your time with it, and don't be so quick to shoot somebody down, especially on a first date. I mean, people get nervous. Give them a little time. Give them a second, a third date before you make a decision to cut them. I do see for some of you that you are retreating from a situation because maybe your expectations were one thing, and then you're like, I don't know. So I'm going to just take a step back. Maybe friend zone somebody until I figure out what I want. For some of you that are in relationships, I feel like you could be dealing with somebody that either they still have emotional attachments to their ex, or there is an outside party that seems to be causing problems within your relationship. Now, for some of you, you're willing to forgive this thing because you do love the person that you're with. So there could have been a bump in the road within the relationship, and you're like, okay, there could have been cheating. I'm not sure if there was cheating. Could have been some text messages or some type of emotional connection, but nothing sexual. I feel like for some of you, you're trying to work it out so that you can justify forgiving somebody. So for some of you, if you're in a relationship or a marriage, you could be dealing with somebody where there's something that happened. Doesn't necessarily have to be cheating, but I feel like there was a bump in the road, and it kind of made you look at this relationship a little bit differently. And you're trying to come to the conclusion, do I want to forgive this, or do I want to pull back? Some of you, I feel like even if you do forgive this person, the feelings are not the same anymore. You're retreating. You're not putting everything you did in the beginning into a relationship. You may have got a little stung by something that happened, and you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to pull back and just watch. I forgive you, but I'm going to pull back and give you the side eye because I don't know. So for some of you, definitely, even if you care about this person, you're like, I'm just going to pull back a little bit. It might be the smart thing, because with the Healing Family Issues card, there could be a problem that maybe you do need to look at a little bit closely and clearly. And that's why you're retreating back. You're pulling away. And this could also be pulling away from people who are in your business as a couple. This could be people saying, you know what, my marriage is my marriage. My relationship is my relationship. Let us heal in private. We don't need your 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents. We're trying to move forward. And I'm trying to forgive this person. So some of you could be dealing with other people that are coming into your relationship, and they're saying, well, if it was me, I wouldn't take this person back. I wouldn't do this. And some of you are just like, as a couple, you're retreating side by side. So if it does happen, take your time. Take your time. 2 people involved in this situation. You don't need outside influences unless you're doing therapy and it's completely neutral. But for some of you, I do feel like you're dealing with people around you that may be in your business and you're pulling back. Now, I do see that for some of you, even though there could have been some pain or something you dealt with, you're going to give this relationship a chance. 2 people working this out. So be mindful of that. You don't need 3, 4, 5 people in your relationship. If you want to give it a chance, that's your decision. It shouldn't matter what anybody else says. I keep getting that outside influences are going to tear up a relationship or a marriage because the people or the person within this situation is concerned about what other people are going to say. Fuck it. If you're in a relationship and you still feel like there's something to be worked on and you want to give it a chance, that's your energy. You do that. You be accountable for it. But don't pull back or leave a relationship because Aunt Susu said that, the person you're with never was any good, and then you regret it because there's potential that whatever happened could be fixed, especially if you're willing to forgive somebody. Anything is possible with forgiveness. I'm just saying. Now, for some of you, I definitely feel like you are getting into a position where there's romantic feelings for somebody and you want to express yourself. Take your time. Like I said, I feel for some of you you're opening up your heart, and you've been vulnerable. You've been vulnerable, and you are feeling the love feelings. You're feeling lovey-dovey. It's working. It's moving. It's moving down to your hips. But you're still a little cautious when it comes to this person. Take your time with this. Express yourself, but express yourself in a way that you feel comfortable with. Because I feel if you go in too quick and the person doesn't respond the way you want, it's just like, oh my God, I'm going to shut down on this. Don't. Express yourself, but if the person doesn't give you the response that you need, be clear about it. Are they not feeling me? Are they telling me they're not feeling me? Or are they just saying they need more time, Gemini? If they need more time, slow it down. And this could be for you too. You could be involved with somebody where you are feeling romantic. You are opening your heart. You are being more vulnerable. And the person comes in and it's like, yeah, I'm really feeling you. I think I love you. And you're like, what the fuck? What are we already saying that? Is it we doing the L word? And you don't feel comfortable with it. It's okay. It is okay. If it starts moving too quick for you, just slow it down. I like you. I need a little bit more time before we get to the other L word. But right now, the L word, I like you. Let's stay there for a little bit. Be really, really honest about what you feel if you feel like you're being taken too quick. Now, for some of you, and I also saw this, I think, with Cancer. So some of you could be dealing with a Cancer person where you're dealing with somebody with a child. Could be a child that's having some type of issue, whether this is emotional, mental, or physical. Some of you could be dealing with somebody where children are a challenge right now, and you're not really sure. And for some of you, you might be good with children, but you're really contemplating, do I really want to open up and be in the step parent mode right now? Do I have this to give? Be honest. If it's not something that you can deal with right now, then, maybe the timing is off a little bit. Maybe, let me back up, let you deal with some family issues that you got going on, and then I'll come back into the equation. But, be compassionate about it, especially if you don't understand the situation. Maybe you need to ask some questions. What's going on? Is there anything I can do? But if you're not ready to be involved with it, be honest with somebody. This may be a little bit too much for me right now, so I'm going to give you a little space, let you deal what you need to deal with, and then when you're ready, call me up and we'll go out. But I definitely feel for some of you that children could be an obstacle, whether this is on you or on them. Some of you may be feeling like, this is a little bit more than what I want right now. Be honest, be clear, but be compassionate when it comes to that. All right, Geminis? So some of you definitely, you're walking away from an ex because you just don't agree. Belief systems, politics, sexual, whatever it is, there may not be a connection. You're looking for something new. You are putting yourself out there. You are going to meet somebody where there's chemistry. Could be the possibility of true love. Just don't let it go too fast. Either way it goes, you taking it too fast, person taking it too fast. If you're dealing with an issue with children, be open, be honest, be compassionate. And for those of you that are dealing with a relationship and you got all these extra opinions and suggestions coming in, shut that shit down. Focus on you and your partner. Work on you and your partner. If these other people aren't paying your bills, sleeping in your bed, then, fuck them. Now, if you are in a polygamous kind of relationship and you got to deal with that, then that's a whole different story. You got to do what you got to do, right? All right. Love you guys. Mwah.